Hello children, today we will be discussing about the arrangement of atoms or molecules in the three states of matter, solids, liquids and gases. Also we will be discussing today how matter can be converted from one physical state to the other, that is interconversion of states of matter. Okay. Now coming to this children, we know that matter exists in three states, the solids, liquids and gases, and these are different in many aspects, and one characteristic which is different for three of them would be the arrangement of molecules. Okay, and then children, coming to, you know that in a solid, these particles or the molecules are arranged close by to each other, and in a liquid there is some space between the molecules, and in a gas there is quite a lot of space between the molecules, right? Okay, now you have seen that children, water can exist in three physical states. It exists as ice in the solid form, as a liquid in the liquid water which we consume, and in the gaseous form as water vapor. And we can convert ice into water, isn't it? How can we convert ice into water? By simply keeping it outside the fridge at a hotter temperature, ice can be converted into water. Similarly, water on heating will be converted into water vapor. So what is this phenomenon called? And what is the reason behind this phenomenon? We are going to do it in today's class. Okay, then coming to interconversion. Interconversion of states of matter. Now, one physical state of matter can be converted to the other physical state by bringing about a change in temperature, that is either by supplying heat energy or by removing the heat energy. Now, how much energy is required to change one state of matter to the other depends upon the intermolecular forces of attraction. Greater the intermolecular forces of attraction, more energy is required to overcome these forces of attraction and convert one state of matter to the other. So in today's class, let's discuss about the processes involved in interconversion of states of matter. Now, what is interconversion of states of matter? Interconversion of states of matter is defined as the conversion of one state of matter to the other and back to the original state. And this is brought about by bringing about a change in temperature. Now, you can convert a solid to a liquid. This process of converting a solid into its liquid state, okay, by heating is known as melting. Okay, so melting is defined as the process of converting a solid into its liquid state, okay, and this is going to be happening on application of heat. Okay, so this particular change in the state occurs at a definite temperature which is known as melting point. Okay, so what is melting point? Melting point is defined as the fixed temperature at which a solid changes into its liquid state on heating. Okay, and what are the energy changes and what is the theory behind melting, the process of melting, we will discuss. What happens, children? You know that in a solid, the particles are closely arranged with each other with minimum interparticle spaces. Because of this, the interparticle or intermolecular forces of attraction are going to be maximum. Now, due to this maximum intermolecular forces of attraction, these solids are held or fixed in their position and they simply vibrate about their position, but they do not move away from their position. So the molecules in a solid can only vibrate about their positions, but they do not move away from their positions. Okay, and so when you apply heat energy, okay, so when you apply heat energy to a solid, what happens is, you know that children, energy, as per the law of conservation of energy, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be only transformed from one form to the other. So this heat energy which is supplied to the solid is taken up by the particles and it is converted to kinetic energy. Okay, so the heat energy is converted to kinetic energy of the particles, and these particles begin to vibrate more vigorously. Okay, and they begin to vibrate more vigorously, and on continuous heating, what happens, children, is that this kinetic energy at a point known as the melting point, this kinetic energy is strong enough to overcome. Okay, so the kinetic energy overcomes the intermolecular forces of attraction okay, and then the particles move away from their position. Okay, so what is going to happen here is, I repeat, when you supply heat energy to a solid, okay, this heat energy is converted to kinetic energy and the particles begin to move or vibrate more vigorously because of this gained kinetic energy. And at a point known as the melting point, okay, the kinetic energy is strong enough to overcome the intermolecular forces of attraction. So at the melting point, the intermolecular forces of attraction are overcome and the molecules will move away from their position. And when the molecules move away from their position, the intermolecular space increases and the solid transforms itself into a liquid. So this process is known as melting.